kids cannot be so difficult, right? So, and then she said, yeah, we're putting you in with our best teacher. So I'm just competitive by nature. So, you know, I said, okay, I mean, okay, it's a bit of a challenge, but surely it can't be so difficult. You know, three hours and teaching a bunch of kids and just English and math. 7th standard math can't be, I'm bad at math, but 7th standard math can't be so tough. I reached Worli 1 center, and I think the first 3 months were the most harrowing days of my life, where every day after class, Rashi would sit me down for about half an hour and run through all the things I'd done wrong. And then when she said it, it used to be like so obvious. Yeah, I know I should have come planned for that. Yeah, of course I should have done it. And then I hated myself for not thinking through that, right? And then after about 3 months, I think we kind of got into the whole loop of things. And I would say that was perhaps the most enjoyable year at Akanksha. And then the LTA program started a year later. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with the Learning to Lead program, and I really don't know to what extent you are. So the Learning to Lead program was an elitist program. Nobody at Akanksha wanted it, right? Because it basically meant that you pull out the best kids from centers and then you give them a private school education. The whole idea behind it is that if you put less privileged kids at par with privileged kids and give them the same set of opportunities, they can achieve far more or at par with a privileged child, right? So that was the whole philosophy. And obviously it was a very, it was not an inclusive kind of a program. It was excluding, it was very elitist. And I remember this meeting right at the beginning where Manije, who was there at that time, and it was basically the rest of Akanksha and me, and I'm trying to defend LTL, and the rest of Akanksha said absolutely not. So as a compromise, we launched SLP as well, saying that okay, here there's something. Sorry. So to me, I think LTL completely engaged my imagination, because I do believe that achievement is possible for everybody. I do believe that education is the greatest equalizer possible, and I believe that very strongly. If you want, the only thing that can disturb anyone on the roads is poverty, and the only way to me by which you can eradicate poverty is by ensuring a great education for everybody, because education gives you great jobs, and I think it exposes you to a world of opportunities that otherwise you cannot have. So that was something that I just believed in 100%, and I continue to believe in 100%. The only equalizer possible is education. And a great education, because if you look at it, India has more than 40 lakh graduates, right? Unemployment is at its peak. We have the maximum we're the country with the maximum number of postgraduates who are unemployed. We have the maximum number of school pass outs as well. Okay, forget the dropouts. If you look at the flip side, we have the maximum number of educated people as well. But still, unemployment is huge. So it's not just an education, but a great education, and an education that actually goes out and helps you explore, empowers you to explore new worlds. So to me, LTL resonated with all of that, and it was an opportunity to really go out and prove that this is something that was possible. Okay, so just to kind of go back, with Rajshri at the Akanksha Center, a lot of things kind of, there are these little flash bulbs that lit up. Reading levels do play a huge part in academic achievement. It's stupid, but then in Indian education, the minute a child crosses 7th standard, we had kids going to Tamil medium and Kannada medium schools, right? Up to class 7. Suddenly in class 7, they're thrown into English medium. So obviously, if you're not a good reader in English, you cannot, your geography and science and history and everything is Greek and Latin to you. So the whole connection between the ability to read and comprehend, right, is very, very closely linked to academic achievement. I think that through the Akanksha centers, we've seen that. And also there's actually no connection between reading ability and comprehension. A lot of kids who read really well actually don't comprehend. It's like, you remember the kid at the traffic light who we took on at Worli 1? I forgot, Salman, right? He was selling books at the Worli traffic light, and then he could read really well. Okay, we discovered him through a treasure hunt that we did for one of the and then one of the clues was somewhere near the Worli traffic light. I don't remember the clue, and then we got friendly with this kid, and that's how he came to be at the Worli 1 Center. He could read Salman Rushdie's, could not comprehend a thing. He did not know English, but he could read English. And we have a lot of kids like that in the Akanksha centers. Okay. Okay. So I call that the Rajshri principle. Okay. What is the point in having an A grade achievement level with an F grade personality? Okay. And Rajshri kept emphasizing what's easier to learn. The achievement, academic achievement, is obviously easier to learn. But your personality, the person that you are, and if the child does not feel special in a classroom, almost all your battles are lost, right? So this was something that Rajshri kept harping about, and till then I don't think I believed in it. But now I'm a completely strong, follower of this whole principle of ensuring that every child is made to feel really, really special. So there's no point in having an F grade personality if you're an A grade achiever. And I think this is something that's stuck in my head, and I think it also shows in the Akanksha philosophy of achievement. And Akanksha never looked at only academic achievement. It was the overall development and personality of the child. And the other thing that I'd love to keep saying on and on again, and this was something that I think throughout my Akanksha years had struck me, is that what we need to be for these kids are quasi-parents. Right? And what we're trying to provide is all the opportunities and the exposure that a privileged child would possibly get from a parent. And that's a huge responsibility, and an overwhelming responsibility if you think of it in that manner. But if it's broken down into smaller achievable components, obviously it's not so overwhelming. It's a bit random, just stop me, okay? Whatever thoughts came to my head, I just put it down. Okay. Yeah, what were my learnings from learning today? Lead. Why does a Parveen or a Samina need to move out of the Kavparate slums? That's the life that she's always known, right? So, and I don't think kids inherently believe that school achievement can really change their life. The link, very few children are really able to make. So can we in some manner really help kids visualize the change that can happen through achievement, through academic achievement? It's a very tenuous link for them to really win.